What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Wallet Monkey channel, where we talk about all things credit and give you all the intel you need to build and establish relationships with the banks and grow your credit profile. Today, I want to have a little square off, a little battle between the Discover IT cards and the FNBO Evergreen. So which one is better? Which one should you get? That's what we're going to talk about today. So if you roll on over to walletmonkey.io, you'll find up at the top pre-qualified offers. And if you scroll down, you'll see we've got a monster list. There are over 30. We've got fintech stuff, we've got store cards, we've got all kinds of stuff for finding pre-qualified offers. So check that out. And so we can go and pull up both FNBO and Discover. Here they are right here. Both still active. They've got pre-approval, so you can get pre-approved for both and then make your decision. Let's compare these two side by side because they both got pros and cons, but I think, oh man, I don't know. Okay, let's go through it because I'm still quite divided myself and kind of split. I don't know which way to go. Let's start with Discover. Discover has the IT cards, right? So they either got a 0% 12-month card, which is like a balance transfer card, or they got a cashback card. They've got it divided into different cards. Whereas the FNBO, they're kind of pairing up a couple of those into one card as a sort of sign-up bonus. Right out of the gates, if we're just looking at cashback, Discover definitely wins because there's a rolling 5% cashback every quarter, and it kind of moves from different place to place, which I'll show you in just a sec. So there's 5% cashback on everyday purchases at different places per quarter. Then there's 1% cashback on all other purchases, automatic, and there's a 2% cashback match on cash that you've earned on the first year automatically. So here is the 5% and how that works. So quarter one, we've got Walgreens, CVS, etc. Quarter two, we got gas stations, wholesale clubs like Costco, Sam's Club, etc. Quarter three, we got PayPal usages and restaurants. And then last quarter, we've got Amazon and Walmart and Target, which I think is great because it fits in line with the holiday season. So they really know what they're doing here and they really nail it with this card. The issue is that with Discover, I think they tend to take a little bit more damaged scores. Like you can get in there with 660s, 670s all day long. And then once you're over 700, you definitely get a more respectable limit. You know, if you got 660s, 680s, you're gonna get $1,000, $1,500 limits. If you got over 700 and even over 740, you're gonna start getting 5, 10K limits, right? A normal limit. And definitely you're gonna get on a better end of the APR. So on FNBO, they've combined the cashback aspect and the 0% APR for 12-month aspect. So they do that, I think, for just about everybody. I don't think this is like a special sign-up bonus. I think you get both. And so you'll get that 0% APR, which you could use as a balance transfer card for sure. You're gonna get hit with a balance transfer fee, which again, on the Discover side, they don't do that, but it's its own dedicated card. So you'd have to get 2 Discover cards. Understand that Discover cards are pretty hard to get. You can only get 1 card through them per 12 months. And credit limit increases can be a little tough with Discover as well. 6 months or more between credit limit increases, and they're usually pretty stingy. From what I've heard, especially during Corona times, they've been pretty stingy. And this is why like a lot of people don't like the Discover cards because you get sandboxed really easily and it's hard to get raises on your limits. And again, people start to compare that to, oh well, do I fare better if I go into a credit union? And we now start talking about Navy Fed or Penn Fed or any of these. People start to think like, okay, maybe my effort is best used somewhere else. Now, I will say that the pre-approval process, I think, is a little bit worse on the Evergreen card, meaning I've heard of people that are getting approved at, you know, the 15K limit, 18.24, still get denied. Whereas on the Discover side, I don't see that as often. I think it's more accurate that if you get pre-approved for the Discover, you're gonna get it. Now, the credit limit might change, but the overall, I think it's got a better approval chance, right? So to compare the two, it's almost like with the Evergreen, the pre-approval isn't locked in, right? Isn't as solid as with Discover, I feel like. But on the Evergreen side, FNBO, I remember from the Ducks Unlimited cards, is that they would give you CLIs like clockwork every 4 month and 1 day, or every 4 statement and 1 day, they would give you a $3,500 or $5,000 credit limit increase. So it's almost like we're upfront, not as sure on the FNBO, but you're gonna get really good. The 0% 12 months is really, really great to me. It almost outweighs, for most people, I think, the 5% that's changes every quarter that Discover offers. So we've got that up front, but we've got maybe a better upside on the long term with the FNBO, whereas up front, we definitely get in with a lower score. We get in with, I guess, worse credit profile on Discover, and the only issue there is you tend to get sandboxed, really hard to get credit limit increases. They tend to be automatic, so as long as your usage and everything looks good to them, they'll do it automatically. But if you already got a good score, then right out of the gates, you're gonna get you're gonna get a higher limit than what you might even get with FNBO, or you're gonna get the 5% cash back right out of the gates and any other sign-up bonuses that you might get there. So if I had to guess, now breaking it all down and looking through it, I would still say that the FNBO is better because two different reasons is one, the pre-approval isn't as locked in. So for lower credit scores, I'd say go Discover. With higher credit scores, I'd say go FNBO. And with lower inquiries, because you're gonna have a better longer term experience, I think, with FNBO in terms of credit limit increases than you would with Discover, right? So there's my input on that. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What would you pick? And now, what would you pick with a lower credit score, meaning that you're in the fair to good, and then the good to great credit scores? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Like this video if you want to help us grow this community. We get tons of people interacting on this, and I really love that. And so we need to grow the community even more and keep pushing. So like it, share it, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new here. Hit the bell notification. We'll see you again real soon in another video.